What's up guys, I'm Danny, and this week I'm going to do an in the bag, but along with my in the bag, I'm going to do kind of an instructional video on how I feel it's good to build a bag. My philosophy behind building a bag is I like to start with discs that I throw well. I can get a whole bunch of those and find out where that disc can't perform and the limitations of that disc. And then, based on those limitations, I fill holes in my bag. This will make more sense as I go along. I'm going to start with my distance drivers. For distance drivers, I throw 5 Defenders. The Defender is a fast, overstable disc. This Lucid here, metal flake, will hold up to a headwind. This Fusion is fairly overstable, good for hyzers. This Lucid here is really beat up. This is a good straight shot, and these two are understable. One thing the Defender won't do is a tailwind shot or a roller. It's a little too fast to do a tailwind shot, it fades out too early, and it's got too much glide to be a roller. So for tailwind shots, I have a Lucid Trespass, and for rollers, I have a Renegade. On to my fairway drivers. My go-to fairway driver is a Felon. This is a fluid Felon. This one is ridiculously overstable. This is a Fusion Felon. This is generic run-of-the-mill Felon. And this is a beat-up Lucid Felon. Pretty straight. Felon's a great disc. One of the limitations of the Felon is it won't do a turnover shot, and it also fades a lot at the end of its flight. So for a straight shot, I have an Escape. And for a big turnover anhyzer, I have a Thief. Thief is a very underrated disc, by the way. It goes really far. Awesome disc right here. My go-to mid-range is the EMAC Truth. The EMAC Truth is a very versatile disc. I've got this one's pretty beat up. It's understable. This one's very straight, and this one's fairly straight, but it has a little bit of fade at the end. One of the EMAC Truth's limitations is a headwind. For headwinds, I have my Verdict. I also have a Justice for Justice things. For upshots, I have a Soft Suspect, really overstable, a lot like a Harp. And for putter driving, I have a Lucid Warden. For putting, I'm a spin putter. I have 2 classic Judges, and that's my in the bag. I think my way of building a bag is a really good way to build a bag because that's what I see the pros doing. If you watch Paul McBeth's in the bag, he builds his bag around destroyers, thunderbirds, and rocks, and then he fills in the holes where those don't fit with things like a Roadrunner. He fills around his thunderbirds with a Monster, T-Bird 3, and Leopard 3. He fills around his rocks with some Makos and more rocks. So that's all I've got for this week. I'm thinking I'm going to start doing weekly videos. Send me topics if you have any ideas. Next week is going to be playing in the wind. If you have any tips about that, any questions, anything I need to make sure and cover, let me know. Until next time, remember, slow is smooth and smooth is far.